Yo buddy, what's going on guys? This is Polo. Did you miss me? I've been on vacation for, even though I've said it like 9,000 times. For those of you that were wondering where I was for a whole week and why I didn't upload for 7 days, 6, 7, whatever, that is why. And I'll talk about my vacation here in a second, but something that means a little bit more than telling you my story is a problem I now face as soon as I got home, because the entire time I was on vacation, I played Morrowind. I played a little bit of Xbox, but I didn't have like online abilities, so it was just, I don't know, I play Morrowind and stuff like that whenever I can't play online. And I really got back into it, and I got into it, or I got back into playing Morrowind to the point where I wanted to play it without lag or anything like that, because the backwards, all the backwards compatible games, it didn't, I don't know, it doesn't work right. Like, a few areas in the game are just absolutely frame rate nightmares. Without like going into detail and stuff like that. And Exploding Pancakes just goes absolutely nuts this game, by the way. Let's see. So what I did was I ordered Morrowind for the PC, the Game of the Year edition. It's the same version that I have for Xbox, and I ordered it for a number of reasons. One, because I knew it would work so much better on the PC, because that's what it was made for. And I did my research, and it runs just fine with 64-bit systems. It works on Windows 7, so I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and get it. But for some reason, and I have no idea why, like, everyone that I've read online, that runs it or has that game has has it on a laptop, or let's say so it's more often than not a dual core processor that doesn't even run faster than 2 whatever. Usually it's like 1.7 gigahertz, something like that. I don't know. That part about computer stuff I don't understand yet. But anyways, something that I had plenty of, like, their processing power was absolutely nothing compared to mine. And one guy said he had the, even though the settings in the game are not really, there's like something to do with shadows, and then like 2 other things. I guess it's the graphics card, but some people were even able to play in HD, which I have no idea how yet, unless they just like stretched out the video or something. But I mean, with like mods, like texture mods and stuff, dude, people have made Morrowind look absolutely beautiful. For especially being a game that's 10 years old, which brings me to my problem, because I install it and I fire it up, and then I notice that like just the menu screen is like laggy, and I didn't know if it was frame rate or what the deal was. But like my mouse would kind of jump everywhere, and then occasionally it would smooth out a little bit, but then it would continue to jump everywhere. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just go ahead and run the game and see what happens. So I turned like shadows and stuff, like the normal things that would cause frame rate problems. I went ahead and turned off. I had no idea why it would even be a problem, given the fact that my computer specs are ridiculous compared to something that this game should run fine on. But like it would run cutscenes just fine, like the opening cutscene. Like it would run the opening cutscene just fine, but then when it started to like bring up the Morrowind, the thing that said Morrowind, like it would show the symbol and then Morrowind, that would lag. And then in the game, like, it looks fine, like the game looks fantastic, but I still had the lag. like it would move smoothly for like a second, but then it would jump around everywhere. And so I'm thinking maybe it's a frame rate thing, because I know I don't have like the best video card in the world. So I'm like, okay, maybe for some reason it can't handle the frame rate. So I go into the text file or whatever, and right there at the top it's like max frame rate, and it's at like 240. I'm like, okay. So then one guy said he changed it to 120. So then I couldn't even throw back that grenade. That made me mad. So I changed mine to 120, and still the same thing. I'm like, dude, I'll just change it to 60 frames per second. That's gotta help. Nope. Nothing I have done helped. And people were saying, well, since it's a 64-bit system, or 64-bit system, and the older games don't really work well with it, being installed to programs files like x86 or whatever that the 64-bit stuff installs to, they're like, well, uninstall it and reinstall it to like just the C drive or something, like so I'm like, okay, so I do that, still doesn't even help, and now I can't even uninstall the game again. Like I'm wanting to start like fresh, and I can't for some reason now uninstall the game, and it's just really frustrating. So if any of you PC dudes out there can help me out, I would really appreciate it, because this is so, like I freaking spent $30 on the game and stuff, and I know some guys are like, well, why do you just use uTorrent or something like that? I don't know, I wanted to get it because I was so convinced, or I had convinced myself and reading stuff online that it would work out just fine, and yet here I am, made the purchase, and I'm pretty sad that it doesn't work. So I know there has to be something, like there's a way to make it work, and I really want to find it. And I realize I talk like 3/4 of the way through the video about that, but hopefully you guys can help me out. But yeah, I did get back from, I guess I'll make another video talking about just my vacation, but I know I said I was going to be uploading to my vlogging channel while I was on vacation, and let me tell you something about this internet. The internet at this place, it's like this network, and apparently there's like some internet company or whatever that does Wi-Fi for resorts and stuff like that, and the place has all these different routers, and basically there was like a refrigerator magnet, and it was like how to connect to the internet. So then it's like pick the wireless connection that you have the strongest signal to, and then when you go to your browser, it makes you sign in, and it gives you a password and a username and password to sign in. So I'm like, okay, so I do that, and for a while it works right. And here's where things start getting weird. Two-piece, things start getting weird when you're on a website for too long or something like that, and getting a three-piece. Oh my god. What am I thinking? And let's say, of course, the first website I go to is YouTube. So I log on just fine, go to YouTube, upload the videos that I had already recorded with my camera. That went off without a hitch. But then as I browse YouTube, I notice that it'll kick you off the internet and make you sign back into the thing again. Well, basically the entire week I am fighting with it, because the websites you go to the most, it won't let you go to at all. And so in order to get to YouTube, I would have to go to Twitter and click on a YouTube link in order to go to YouTube, but I couldn't look at my like front page or whatever, because then it would make me sign in again. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. I'll talk more about it in my next video, so until then guys, peace!